Hare Krishna. Welcome to all the devotees to our today's Srimad Bhagavatam study class. So, the previous classes we have seen how Lord Vamana approaching as a dwarf Brahmana to Bali Maharaj requested for 3 pairs of land. When Bali Maharaj agreed to give, with one step he occupied the entire Bhumandala and the 7 lower planetary systems. With the second step, he also occupied the upper planetary systems, including Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka, and there was nothing else remaining for him to occupy. So, since Bali boasted that you take whatever you want, now Lord want to test him. Oh, you are boasting that you take whatever you want. I have taken everything that is there in 2 steps only. Please give me third step. So something like that. Lord is questioning without speaking, without uttering a word. Is asking Bali, where is my third? Where to keep my third step? Where is the place for my third step? Something like that. So understanding Lord's desire, Garuda bound up Bali with Varunasra. So what happened afterwards? We'll discuss now today's chapter. Bali Maharaja surrenders his life. So Bali achieves Sutarloka. In the 22nd chapter, Bali, Prahläda, Vindyävali, and Brahmä praise the Lord, and the merciful Lord gives benedictions to Bali. Because the Lord deceptively bound up Bali, he remains constantly as Bali's doorkeeper, tied by the ropes of prema. So, in that way. So, this chapter talks about how the Lord becomes subservient to Bali, Bali's devotional service. So, this is like a little bigger chapter. So, different sections are there. Now, when Lord asks, where is the place for my third step? You boasted you as if you can give anything to anybody. And I have completed everything. I have occupied everything in 2 steps. Where do I keep third step? Now Bali will tell where the Lord can keep the third step. So all these things will be explained in the current chapter. Shuka Uvacha
Shuka Uvacha
Evam Viprakrito Rajan
Evam Viprakrito Rajan
Bhalir Bhagavata Suraha
Balir Bhagavata Suraha
Vidyamanopi Abhinnatma
Vidyamanopi Abhinnatma
Pratyaha Viklavam Vachaha.
Pratyaha Viklavam Vachaha. Shukdev Goswami said, O king, although the Supreme Personality of Godhead was superficially seen to have acted mischievously towards Bali Maharaj was fixed in his determination. Considering himself not to have fulfilled his promise, he spoke as follows.
Sukadeva Goswami is narrating. O king, although mistreated and made to break his promise by the Lord, Bali Maharaja, with undisturbed mind, spoke the following steady words to Supreme Lord. Even though Lord is trying to test him to the core, so he is still steady only. By normal standards, Bali had been mistreated and was made to deviate from truth. So, practically, when he said take whatever you want or take 3 pairs of land, in a practical sense, it should be 3 pairs of land of a person of this height and all. That's all. So, but Lord is extended himself to Trivikram and occupied everything and mistreating Bali and testing him to the greatest possible extent. So, in that way. Sri Bali Ruvacha
श्रीबलिरुवाच
यदुत्तमश्लोकभवान् ममेरितम्
यद्युत्तमश्लोकभवान्ममेरितम्
वचो व्यलीकं सुरवर्यमन्यते
वचो व्यलीकं सुरवर्यमन्यते
करोमृतं तन्न भवेत् प्रलम्बनम्
करोम्यृतं तन्न भवेत् प्रलम्भनम्
पदं तृतीयं कुरु श्रेष्ठिमे निजम्
पदं तृतीयं कुरु शीर्ष्णि मे निजम्. Bali Maharaj said, O best personality of Godhead, most worshipable for all the demigods, if you think that my promise has become false, I shall certainly rectify matters to make it truthful. I cannot allow my promise to be false. Please, therefore, place your third lotus footstep on my head.
Hmm. So now Bali is in the first verse only telling, O most famous Lord, Uttama Shloka, worshipped by all devatas, if you think that my promise has become false, I shall make it true. I should not be made a cheater. Please therefore place your third lotus footstep on my head. Padam Tritiyam Kurushirsh Me Nijam. So you may be thinking that I am a cheater. I simply make words and don't do anything about it. No, I don't want to be like that. Keep your third step on my head. So of course, later on he will say, how come keeping the step on the head is valuable? That he will establish anyway in the future. Bali addressed the Lord in a joking way, addressing him as Uttama Shloka. After begging as a dwarf for 3 steps of land, you then attempted to take land by 3 steps as a gigantic form of Trivikrama. In this way, you reveal your lack of desire as a brahmachari without greed. So, previously you said one should be satisfied with whatever one gets, with small things. Why do I need more things? But now, in spite of occupying the entire universe, you're still asking for third step. So, what kind of simplicity is this? Like that, he is also joking. We devotees become mad with bliss on drinking this nectar of your fame. Though you are the husband of Lakshmi, you beg land from a beggar like me. Though you possess everything, still you came as a beggar unto a person like me. That itself will astonish us. You act disgracefully by desiring more land by trick, cheating brahmanas in the guise of a brahmachari, showing desire for material objects, exhibiting lack of peace, showing anger and punishment to the person who gives. So brahmanas are supposed to be self-satisfied, but you show intense greed. Brahmanas are supposed to be peaceful, but you want to punish me. So what is this? Like that. You show these as your natural qualities. You destroyed the intelligence of my guru, who had knowledge of scriptures, and you made my guru to become angry and curse me. It is all because of you only. He generally doesn't become like that. You sided with Indra and others, the other devatas, who are barely touched with a small drop of your mercy, and you sided against me, who became submerged in a great ocean of your sweet mercy. You have come as a friend of devatas, but you have not shown them mercy. And you showed your mercy upon me, but you are treating me as if you are enemy. So this is all like unusual. Only you can do this. The poets thus glorify you as most famous. If you consider my words false, means that actually it will be impossible for you who desire to conquer unjustly your devotees to make the words of your devotee false. So the Lord is so great. One of the word of the Lord is Satya, is always truthful. So how can a Lord who is always truthful make one of his devotee become liar? Lord will never make the devotee become liar. Lord always makes sure that his devotees are also truthful. So Balimara is confident. Since you are more merciful to me than to Indra, I am sure that you will not make me a liar. You will not make me a cheater. You will not make me a failure. So then he offered his head at the third step. How can your devotee becomes a cheater, a liar, a failure? No way. Take the head at the place for your third step. Like that he indicated. Oh Lord, worshipped by the Devatas. This means that you have been requested by the Devatas not to take the land from me and give it to them for their enjoyment. So Devatas have come to you and prayed that please take land from Bali and give it to us. So Devatas have desire. They are asking you to help them. I will make my promise true. My words should not be cheating. Your words, however, cheat the Devatas, since you offer to give them Dharma, Artha, and Kama, and not the nectar of your lotus feet when they praise you. When they praised you, you said, okay, okay, I'll give you the kingdom, I'll give you heaven and all. But you never said that I will give you Krishna Prema. But even though I did not ask for Krishna Prema, you are giving me Krishna Prema. Hare Krishna. Now you are able to hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji, now we can hear you.
Since how long it disconnected, Mataji?
Just a minute, Prabhuji.
Just a minute. Okay.
Yes.
So basically, since you are Satya, you will never make your devotees become Asatya. So, and you are more merciful to us and me than the Devatas. Because when Devatas prayed, you said, I will give you the kingdom. Even though you have not prayed, you have come to give me Krishna Prema. That shows your more favoritism towards me. Therefore, put your third step on my head. Do not think that since you have covered the universe by two steps, there is no use in putting your foot on my head. Don't think that since you have already occupied the entire universe means everyone in the universe is already occupied. Like that you may logically say. This act will be greater than the wealth gained from your two steps. Since you are taking possession of the owner of the wealth is greater than taking possession of the wealth. Because Lord may say that I have occupied the entire universe, that means including you, everyone is occupied. But Balimara says, no, it is not like that. It is I who had given you charity. So other than me, you can occupy everything else. So now I'll offer myself to you as the third step. Because the possessor taking possession of the owner of the wealth is greater than taking possession of the wealth. The wealth is inferior to the owner. Owner is superior, always superior to the wealth. You have occupied the wealth, but you are not occupied the owner. And the owner is of superior nature to the wealth. So wealth you occupied in two steps and accept the owner in third step. So like that, Bali Maharaja logically established that you can accept me. You can keep your third step on my head, and that is much more greater than the acceptance of the 14 planetary systems, which are my positions. So in that way.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mataji.
Is this the point which Draupadi was trying to make when she asked Bhishma that Yudhishthira had already lost himself? So how can he lose me? Means those who are, means she was including her, like, it's like Yudhishthira had lost everything but himself. So she said that, was that what she was trying to say, that?
No, one question she asked. Did Yudhishthira waged me first or waged himself first?
Okay.
Because after marriage, husband cannot be one. When you say husband, since he already married, both husband and wife should be considered as one person.
Okay.
They cannot be treated as separate.
Okay, okay.
If Yudhishthira already lost in the match, then I am also lost, being his wife. So he cannot put me as a wage separately. So that was the question there. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji, I understood. This is what Bali Maharaj is saying, that I am the only thing which is remaining in this material universe. The rest we are. Okay.
Since I was giving you charity, I am separate from everything else. Since you have already occupied everything else, still I am there. So you can take me also. So like that.
Yes. Thank you.
So now, if a Lord asks, do you want to get free of Varuna's rope and hell? So then Lord is asking, oh, you are so intelligently speaking. So by offering yourself to me, you want to become released from Varuna Pasha and going to Naraka and all? Then Bali Maharaj says, Bibeminaham nirayat padachyuto
Bibheminaham nirayat padachyuto
napashabandhad vyasanadurathyayat
napashabandhad vyasanad duratyayat
नैवार्थकृच्छ्रात् भवतो विनिर्गाहात्
naiva naivarthakrishrat bhavato vinigrahat
असाधुवादात् भृशमुद्विजेयता
asadhuvadat brishamudvijayatha. I do not fear being deprived of all my possessions, living in hellish life, being arrested for poverty by the ropes of Varuna, or being punished by you as much as I fear defamation.
I do not fear living in hellish life, falling from my position, being bound by the ropes of Varuna, suffering unbearable calamity, suffering difficulties arising from loss of all possessions, or being punished by you as much as I fear defamation by the devotees. So Balimara is saying that, my dear Lord, I am not thinking about getting freed from the punishment, getting freed from going to hell. All these things, no. My consideration only that my grandfather should not come and scold me. When Lord asks something, why you did not give him? Basically, that is his fear. My grandfather, being the devotee of the Supreme Lord, I should not make him look down. So that's very like. As much as I fear defamation by the devotees, I don't want to hear from the mouth of a devotee that I cheated the Lord. Something like that. Artha Kricharat means fear of the difficult due to loss of assets. No, I am not worried about losing the wealth. I fear the criticism of devotees with words like, the devotees like Bali cheat Brahmanas. Such kind of things I don't want to listen. That's why. So in that way, I'm not giving you the myself as a third step because I will not go. I don't have to go to hell. I don't have to become the failure. No, I don't want to hear some devotee speaking to me like this, that I am a cheater. Then Lord says, but your defamation will come from being bound up by me. But people will criticize you, saying that Bali was bound by the Lord. So he was bound by the Lord means he did some mistake. Bas ho gaya. Something like that. But now Bali Maharaj will say that Pumsham shlagyatamam manye
Samslakyatamanye
dandam arhatam arpitam
दण्डम् अर्हतार्पितम्
यं न माता पिता भ्राता
यं न माता पिता भ्राता
सुहृदश्चादिशन्तिः
शुद्धदश्चादिसन्ततिः. Translation: Although a father, mother, brother, or friend may sometimes
Hare Krishna. Devotees are able to hear me? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
You are able to hear me now? I don't know what
Yes.
is the problem. Internet is full, but still this problem is coming again and again. Okay. So here he's telling that even though somebody may say that, you are bound by the Lord, that means you made a mistake. Like that, one may criticize you. Then Balimara says, what kind of criticism? If somebody is beaten by mother, father, brother, what kind of criticism? So it will not be there. A father, mother, brother, or friend does not punish is subordinate in a thoroughly correct manner. I regard the punishment given by you the most praiseworthy as most exalted punishment since it gives the best results. So, if somebody criticizes that your mother punished you, father punished you, person does not feel it as a criticism. So, it is for my good only. Whether father punishes, mother punishes, brother punishes, it is for my good only. In that there is no criticism and all. But when Lord punishes, it's actually much more than simply a mother punishing or father punishing. The punishment given by the Lord is much bigger and it is most auspicious. When father's punishment, mother punishment is good for us, but Lord's punishment will be for our greater good. So I don't feel that to be a criticism, like that it says. Though mothers and fathers punish a person for a person's benefit, they do not punish completely. Though mothers and though mothers and others are praiseworthy for being benefactors in this world, those who punish to give spiritual benefit are millions of times more affectionate to a person. So parents may punish one for material benefit, but the spiritual master or the supreme lord will punish for one spiritual benefit that is much greater than the material benefit. So in that way, I don't feel that to be like a criticism, like that he says. Then Lord says, but I am famous for helping the devatas and not the demons. So you are telling that like a father, mother are well-wisher of a child, but the Lord is the well-wisher of devatas. Lord is not the well-wisher of the asuras. So generally I kill asuras, I punish asuras for their mischief. That is known to people in general. So how can you say that I am your well-wisher? Like that Lord asks. For that, Balimara says now, Tvam nunam asuranam na
त्वं नूनम् असुराणां न
paroksha paramo guruhu
पारोक्षा परमो गुरु
Yo no neka madandanam
Yo no nekamadandhanam
vipramsham chakshuradishat.
vibramsham chakshuradishat. Since your lordship is indirectly the greatest well-wisher of us demons, you act for our best welfare by posing as if our enemy. Because demons like us always aspire for a position of false prestige. By chastising us, you give us the eyes by which to see the right path.
Hmm. So when Lord says that, but I am known to be the the person who favor the devatas and punishes the asuras always. So then Bali says, since you are indirectly the greatest benefactor of us, the demons, you give us the eyes for destroying our blindness arising from pride. Actually, you favor devatas, that is true, and you punish asuras, that is also true. But your punishment is much greater than your favor. In favoring, you pamper them, but in punishing, you correct us. Like that, Bali is telling. You are the indirect benefactor of the demons, since you pose as their enemy. Indirect benefit is greater than direct benefit. Thus, you are the supreme benefactor for us. So, the one who pampers, the one who punishes, the punisher is actually the real benefactor. Like that, Bali is telling. You are not the supreme benefactor for the devatas, since giving them power and wealth that they desire is not really beneficial. You give us real benefit. You give us eyes of knowledge, whereas devatas are blinded. So even when asuras are killed by the Lord, they get liberation immediately. And devatas, even though they are awarded with heaven and all, they have to continue to stay in this material world for one manvantara period. So in that way, Valimara is saying that you are greater beneficiary to the asuras than to the devatas. So in that way, he indicated how Lord is favoring asuras the more, though it is indirect. So like that. Yasmin vairanu
Yasmin vairānubandhena
vyudena vibudetara
vyudhena vibhudetaraham
bhavo lebire siddhim
bha bahavo lebhire siddhim
yamuhaikanta yoginaha
yama aikanta yoginaha
तेनाहं निगृहीतोऽस्मिन्
tenaham nigrahitosmi
भवता भूरि कर्मणा
bhavata bhuri karmana
बद्धश्चावारुणैः पाशैर्
baddhascha varunai pashair
नातिव्रीडेन चाव्यते.
nati vredena cha vyathe. Many demons who were continuously inimical towards you finally achieved the perfection of great mystic yogis. Your lordship can perform one work to serve many purposes, and consequently, although you have punished me in many ways, I do not feel ashamed of having been arrested by the ropes of Varuna, nor do I feel aggrieved.
He further continues, many demons by continuous animosity toward you achieved the perfection that dedicated yogis achieve. That means the demons killed by you achieved liberation, Sahyajya Mukti, which is achieved by the great yogis. Although you, whose actions have wonderful effects, have punished me and bound me with ropes, I do not feel extremely ashamed or do not suffer. So, like that. Because you are punishing the demons is for their greater benefit only. So, I think, considering like that, I don't feel like that, I feel like you are punishing me. What to speak of me? You are dedicated devotee. I am a devotee dedicated to you. Like now Bhakti is manifesting in him. So that's why he says, what to speak of me, you are dedicated devotee. Even though the demons who hated you, got your extraordinary mercy. I have been punished by you, the benefactor, whose actions have great effects. I have a little shame because of my impurity of heart. You are showing greater mercy upon me, but even though I don't deserve, as a result of that, I feel ashamed of standing in front of you. Something like that, Bali says. So, Bali is very clear. So, your punishing is for my greater good only. Even if you kill, that will award me liberation. That is also for our greater good. So, in that way. Now, he takes the name of Prahlad. पितामहो मे भवदीय सम्मतः
पितामहो मे पितामहो मे भवदीयसम्मतः
प्ररादावेष्कृतसाधुवादः
प्रहराद आविष्कृतसाधुवादः
भवद्विपक्षेन विचित्रवैशसम्
विपक्षसेना विचित्रवैशसं
सम्प्रापितस्वं परमस्वपित्रा
सम्प्राप्तितस्त्वं परमः स्वपित्र. Translation. My grandfather Prahlada Maharaj is famous, being recognized by all your devotees. Although harassed in many ways by his father, his Hiranyakashipu, he still remained faithful, taking shelter at your lotus feet.
My grandfather Prahlad Maharaj, honored by your devotees, famous as a devotee, although tortured in many ways by his father Hiranyakashipu, still remained surrendered to you. He gives another example like my grandfather, because he is a devotee, he was tortured by his father. Same way, now I have become your devotee, you are punishing me. I am in the parampara of my grandfather. No problem. I don't feel ashamed of your punishment like that. I should tolerate the punishment you give since you are my deity, but you should also be affectionate to me since you should think of me as the grandson of your devotee Prahlada. When Prahlada was tortured by his father, you saved him always. So now you yourself are torturing me? Something like that. You think that you are, but I don't feel like that. Though he received many types of torture from his father, he remained surrendered to you. Same way now also, being the grandson of my grandfather, even though I've been even though if you or anybody tortures me, I will remain surrendered to you. I will not change my surrenderance unto you. So like that. He kind of quoting his grandfather and says that I will be like my grandfather.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Ah, Mataji.
Prabhuji, here he is saying, you are my deity. Deity means, he means you are my worshipable Lord, like that.
Now Lord has become his deity. Is our object of worship.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Because now Bhakti is manifesting in him, na? So just like my grandfather did not give you up, I will also not give you up. Even though you punish me, you do whatever you want. So like that.
I was confused because deity generally we use that word for the Archa Vigraha form of the Lord, and here the Lord is actually standing in front of him. That is a bit confused.
So just like we offer everything that we have onto Archa Vigraha in our home,
yeah,
Bali is also trying to offer everything, including himself, to that personality who is in front of him. So in that way.
Okay, thank you.
Sanskrit mein what is there? Still remain under. I still remained surrendered to you. Samarpitastvam parama swapitra. Samarpitas. So I surrender everything unto you. So that is the way he is saying you are my deity. So in that way.
Okay.
So then Lord asks, why did Prahlada ignore his father and surrender to me? This is explained in 2 verses. Then why your grandfather had to bear so much torture by his father? Like that, if Lord questions, Bali Maharaj is answering. किमात्मनेन जहाति योऽन्तः योऽन्तता
किमात्मनानेन जहाति योऽन्तता
किं रिक्तहारे स्वजनाख्यदस्युभिः
किं रिक्तहारे स्वजनाख्यदस्युभिः
किं जायया संस्मृतिहेतुभूतया
किं जायया संसृतिहेतुभूतया
मर्त्यस्य गेहै किमिहायुषो व्ययः
मर्त्यस्य गेहै किमिहायुषो व्यया. What is the use of the material body which automatically leaves its owner at the end of life? And what is the use of all one's family members who are actually plunderers taking away money that is useful for the service of the Lord in spiritual opulence? What is the use of a wife? She is only the source of increasing material conditions. And what is the use of a family, home, country, and community? Attachment for them merely wastes the valuable energy of one's lifetime.
Since Hiranyakashipu is the lord of the entire universe, he only asked Prahlad one thing: don't chant the names of Hari, just chant my name. You will be the heir for the entire universe. The wealth of the entire universe will be yours. Just surrender unto me. Give up, surrender to Lord Hari. That's all. But still, in spite of the entire world opulence is there on the other side, Prahlad never gave up Lord Vishnu, Lord Hari. Now Bali Maharaj remembering that. What is the use of the material body which leaves its owner at the end of the life? So Prahlad Maharaj could have afraid of death. He could have been afraid of leaving the body, which is the source of all material enjoyment. But Bali Maharaj says, so what is the use of this material body which anyway leaves the owner at the time of death? This body cannot remain with the Jivatma always. It has its own times, birth time and death time. So why to cheat the Lord for the sake of this body? Something like that. And what is the use of all one's family members who are actually plunderers of the wealth? From the material point of view, the family members are the plunderers of the wealth. So in that way. What is the use of a wife? The source of increasing material bondage. From the material point of view, after wife comes, everything else will begin. First wife will come, then children will come, then home will come, then office, job, friends, relatives, all these things. Atmajaya, Sutagara, Pashu, Dravina Bandhushu, Ajecha, Vikalanityam. All these other things will come following after the wife. So eventually one is bound by the material existence. So like that is linked. And what is the use of house which simply waste away one's life? One who is attached to the house remains attached to the house only. Something like that. It waste away the time of the life. So in that way. So in one sense he is exhibiting the intense vairagya. If any of these things are coming in the way of one surrender to Supreme Lord, what is the use of becoming attached to all these things? So Hiranyakashipu offered Prahlad the kingdom, the family, wife, and all these things. He said, if these things are not allowing me to surrender to Lord Vishnu, why do I need all these things? I better choose Lord Vishnu. So same thing Bali Maharaj also responding. Atmana means of the body. Relate to steal wealth that should be used for the worship of the Supreme Lord. So it's basically the body should be used in service of the Lord, the wealth should be used in the service of the Lord, the family member should be engaged in the service of the Lord, and the house should be engaged in service of the Lord. Otherwise, the house will be the shackle that binds one to this material existence. In the 10th canto, there is a verse comes, Yavad ragadayastena yavat karagraham gruham yavan mohongrinigado tavat Krishna janinata. As long as one does not become Krishna Jana, a devotee of Lord Krishna, until then, Yavad ragadayastena, all our material desires are the thieves. In order to fulfill one desire, they take away a lot of time, energy, money, everything. Yavat kara graham gruham. Till then, our house is karagar. We are attached to the house, we remain in the house only. And then, yavan mohongra nigado. And our moha is actually deviating us from the Supreme Lord. So, in that way. So, then if further continue, the same thing will continue. Ittam sanichitya pitamaho mahan.
इत्थं सनिश्चित्य पितामहो महान्
अगाधबोधो भवता पदपादपद्मम्
अगाधबोधो भवता पादपद्मम्
ध्रुवं प्रपेडे हि अकुटो भयं जनात्
ध्रुवं प्रपेदेहि अकुतो भयं जनाद्
भीता स्वपक्षाक्षपणस्य सत्तमा
भीतः स्वपक्षक्षपणस्य सत्तमा. My grandfather, the best of all men, who achieved unlimited knowledge and was worshipable for everyone, was afraid of the common men in this world. Being fully convinced of the substantiality afforded by shelter at your lotus feet, he took shelter of your lotus feet against the will of his father and demoniac friends who were killed by your own self.
Understanding all these things, what my grandfather did, I also will do same thing. In that, like that, he is indicating. Oh, best of the saintly, discerning this, my grandfather Prahläda, a great devotee, deeply knowledgeable and afraid of worldly association, surrender to your lotus feet, which dispel all fear, though you were the destroyer of his own family. Though you killed the uncle of my grandfather and you killed the father of my grandfather, still Prahläda, my grandfather, had surrendered to you only. Because surrender to you will dispel all fear. Akuto bayam janad. It will avoid fearlessness. So whatever you do, it is good for one's benefit. So in that way, Prahlad did not mind, matlab in the sense, he considered your killing his uncle, your killing his father is for their good only. The Lord was the destroyer of the demon's family. Therefore, the best course of action for me is to surrender unto you. Like that, Bali Maharaj will conclude. Atahamapi atmaripostavantikam
Tamapi atmaripotavantikam
दैवेन नीतः प्रशवं त्याजितश्री
देवानितः प्रशभां तयाजिताश्री
इदं कृतान्ताकित sorry इदं कृतान्तान्तिकवर्तिजीवितम्
idam kratantantikkavarti जीवतम्
यथा ध्रुवं स्तब्धमतेर्न बुध्यते
यथा ध्रुवं स्तब्धत् matirna buddhayate. Translation: Only by providence have I been forcibly brought under your lotus feet. and deprived of all my opulence because of the illusion created by temporary opulence. People in general who live under material conditions, facing accidental death at every moment, do not understand that this life is temporary. Only by providence have I been saved from that condition.
Only by good fortune have I been brought under your lotus feet and deprived of all my wealth by you, who are the enemy of our family. With intelligence blinded by this wealth, a person does not realize the temporary nature of life, where death is continuously present. So actually, I, considering myself the Lord of the entire universe, I am blinded by this wealth, material wealth. You have come as my ultimate beneficiary and took away all my wealth and freed me from this illusory bondage. So you are the most beneficiary person unto me. So it is all by my good fortune it is happening, and I simply surrender unto you. There is no other better course than surrendering to you. So like that, Prahlad Maharaj is Bali Maharaj is finally telling why he is surrendering to the Supreme Lord.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mataji.
Prabhuji, why Bali Maharaj is here saying that by you who are the enemy of our family? Means he's saying by the Lord, Supreme Lord, who is the enemy of our family.
At this point of time, see, previously he killed Hiranyaksha and then he killed Hiranyakashipu, and now also, since he is coming as the messenger of Devatas, so in that way. But in general, because he is also speaking in front of everyone, so Asura Ripu, so in that way.
Okay, because at one point, means at one side, he is praising the Lord for whatever he has done for the correcting of Bali Maharaj, and at the another side, means he's mentioning him as the enemy of our family, like that. So,
Obviously, enemy of our family. Why? Enemy of Asuras. Why? Because Asuras are attached to material enjoyment. You come and punish us and free us from that propensity to enjoy material existence, and by that you will free us from this material existence.
okay.
You
So
are indirectly benefiting us. If somebody is getting bound to material world, you can ignore unka karma, but you cannot tolerate us being bound by material existence. You come forcefully by punishing to deliver us. So in that way.
So that if he is acknowledging that mercy of the Lord, then he would not term him as enemy. No? Means externally in external terms he appears as an enemy, but internally
that only Bali Maharaj is telling. See, externally as conventionally you are considered to be the enemy, but actually that enemy itself is doing a real good to us. Those who understand it, they are benefited. Those who don't understand, they are not benefited.
Okay.
So in that way. You being enemy of Asuras is for our good only, but everyone cannot understand that. So that is the way he is saying.
Okay.
Atma Ripo means enemy of the family. This is praise in disguise. Actually, the Lord is the best friend, or it can mean the Lord is the enemy of the gross and subtle bodies. Atma Ripo. He destroys them and gives liberation. Or you are the enemy of my Ahankara. Ahankara means my identity as the descendant of Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu. You have destroyed my great disease of thinking I was the Lord of the three worlds. So in that way. Daivena means by the good fortune of attaining birth as the grandson of Prahläda. Persons whose intelligence is destroyed by wealth do not understand the temporary nature of the body. But by good fortune I have attained you. You are like Dhanvantari, since you can treat my disease. Like Kunti Maharani says, Janma Aishwarya Shrutashribir Yedamana Madapuman. By these four factors, one becomes proud in this material world, but a proud person will never ever surrender to Supreme Lord. So, same thing. We have been attached to our wealth and position, we have become proud. You mercifully came to us and took away everything and made me a devotee. So, in that way, he is expressing his gratitude to the Supreme Lord. So, these are some of the words spoken by our Bali Maharaj. And then, followed after that, Prahlad Maharaj also will speak, and then Vindyävali will speak, and Brahma will speak, then Lord will speak. So, like that, everyone, some of them, so they glorify what Lord did, and Brahma also glorifies what Bali did also. So, in that way. Sri Shuka Uvacha
Sri Shuka Uvacha
Tasyetam Bhasma sorry Tasyetam Bhashamanasya
Tasyetham Bhashamanasya
Prahrado Bhagavat Priyaha
Prahlado Bhagavat Priya
Ajagama Kuru Shrestha
Ajagama Guru Sreshtha
Rakapaterivotitaha.
Raka Patirivotita. Shukadev Goswami said, O best of the Kurus, while Bali Maharaj was describing his fortunate position in this way, the most dear devotee of the Lord, Prahlad Maharaj, appeared there, like the moon rising in the night time.
Sukadeva Goswami said, O best of the Kurus, while Bali Maharaja was speaking, the dearest devotee of the Lord Prahlad Maharaja appeared there like the rising moon. As Bali Maharaja was remembering Prahlad Maharaj, then Prahlad Maharaj immediately came there. So before this, Prahlad was not there. Now, since he is remembering Prahlad Maharaj, he came suddenly there. Tamindrasena Swapitamaham Shriya
तमिन्द्रसेनः स्वपितामहं श्रिया
विराजमानं वलिनायते क्षणम्
विराजमानं नलिनायते क्षणम्
प्रांशुं पिसङ्गाम्बरमञ्जनात्विषम्
प्रांशुं पिशङ्गाम्बरम् अञ्जनस्त्विषम्
प्रलम्ब बाहुं सुभगर्षभं ऐक्षता
प्रलम्बबाहुं शुभगर्षभम् ऐक्षत. Then Bali Maharaj saw his grandfather Prahlad Maharaj, the most fortunate personality, whose dark body resembled black ointment for the eyes. His tall, elegant figure was dressed in yellow garments. He had long arms, and his beautiful eyes were like the petals of a lotus. He was very dear and pleasing to everyone.
Bali Maharaja saw his grandfather Prahlad Maharaja, possessing all beauty, pleasing to all people. His dark body resembled black ointment for the eyes. His tall, elegant figure was dressed in yellow garments. He had long arms, and his beautiful eyes were like the petals of a lotus. So, Prahlada's physical appearance is glorified here. I think seventh canto may not glorify so much, but here this canto glorifies his appearance. तस्मै बलिर्वारुणपाशयन्त्रितः
तस्मै बलिर्वर्णपाशयन्त्रिः ऋतः
सं समर्हनं नोपजहार पूर्ववत्
सम समारहन् नपजाहर पूर्ववत्
ननाममूर्धाश्रुविलोललोचनः
Namamurdana Vilochana
Savridanichina Svavridanichina Muko Babuvaha.
Savrida Nichinamukho Babuvaha. Translation. Being bound by the ropes of Varuna, Bali Maharaj could not offer befitting respect to Prahlad Maharaj as he had before. Rather, he simply offered respectful obeisance with his head, his eyes being inundated with tears and his face lowered in shame.
Being bound by the ropes of Varuna, Bali Maharaja could not offer befitting respects to Prahlad Maharaj as he had before. Rather, he simply offered respectful obeisances with his head, with eyes filled with tears, and his face lowered in shame. So his grandfather is coming. He was bound, Bali is bound, so he cannot offer prostrate obeisances. He just bent his head down, but out of shy, he is crying. So the Lord came, and I waited so long to give everything to the Lord. Instead, as soon as the Lord came, I should have offered everything to him. I did not do that. So please forgive me for that. Like that, he's feeling ashamed. He was ashamed of being seen by Prahlada, since it would seem that he must have committed some offense in order to be bound up. So Prahlada might think that what offense you have done, my dear grandson, when it came in terms of Lord Vishnu, or he was ashamed at seeing Prahlada, since he had suddenly forgot his constant teachings about not showing pride on the occasion of giving land. His head was lowered because of the shame. When giving charity, one should not exhibit one's pride. That was the teaching of Prahlada unto Bali. But Bali did not follow this, so he is feeling ashamed. So, like that. So now Prahlad Maharaj offers wonderful prayers unto the Lord and glorifies the Lord. Whatever Lord did, it is always right. Like that Prahlada says.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, I just have some doubt that this pastime of Bali Maharaj happened in which planet and where did Prahlad Maharaj come from?
This entire Leela is happening in the heaven because Bali was ruling the entire universe sitting in the heavenly throne. So that is where only the Leela is happening. And Prahlad Maharaja is already in Vanaprastha order. He is staying in Harivarsha in the Jambudipa.
Okay.
So from there he came to heaven now.
Acha, Harivarsha. Okay.
Harivarsha.
I'll have to remember Harivarsha's position from heavenly planet. Okay. I'll figure out. Thank you. Also, Prabhuji, is Prahlad Maharaj considered sadhana siddha or nitya siddha?
See, for us, for all practical purposes, he should be considered as a sadhana siddha.
Okay.
If we say nitya siddha, then it does not make any sense. Anyway, nitya siddha is always protected by the Lord. So what is so great deal about he being a devotee? Like that we may say, end up saying. But he being sadhana siddha, in spite of his father gave so many warnings, his father tried so many ways to kill him, still he never gave up Lord. That shows how determined sadhaka he is. That inspires us to take a bhakti and to take the example of Prahlad.
Somewhere is it mentioned? I don't know. I'm just kind of remembering that his sadhana is considered, or devotion is considered mixed devotion and not absolute pure, as in when we talk about the Sad Goswami or things like that, people like that. So
No,
where
not like the
did he
same.
put?
In his bhakti is
Huh?
perfect. The whatever bhakti is following is perfect. Whatever bhakti Goswamis are following, they are perfect. You need to do like that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Siddhi, Acharya Rupa Goswami said that he is sadhana siddha plus krupa siddha. He received the krupa of Narada Muni. That is there. That krupa is there. But for our benefit, we should see him as a sadhana siddha.
Yeah, that what I understood. I'm trying to understand that after he met the Lord, still he remained on wherever, whichever planet, and he ruled for thousands of years.
Who, Prahlad?
So is it, huh?
No, Lord only gave him the world to rule, but he did not rule completely. He immediately gave everything to Indra only. He only ruled Rasatala Loka, Asura Loka, but the heaven he gave it to
Huh.
Prahlad and he continued to rule for some time. Then eventually he took to Vanaprastha order. He gave it to his son, Virochana. But he was only ruling
Oh,
the Asuras. He did not rule the entire heaven and all. He gave it back to Indra only immediately.
okay. So
He,
he did not expect anything from the Lord.
No, no, he does not want anything. The Lord only pushed him, take, take, take. Still he said, no, 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 please deliver my father. Then he said, Lord said, what to speak of your father? 21 generations are delivered. Still
Yeah.
he says, still
Yeah,
you
that,
take
that.
something. Then he says, I make sure that I'll never become proud. Something like that.
Mm.
Let me always remember you. So he being here he is very clear, na. Lord is eager to take him back home back to Godhead, but he says, unless until everyone comes to supreme spiritual world, I cannot come. It was Prahlada's
Yeah.
desire. Lord is eager to take him back to Vaikuntha, but Prahlada did not go
Mm.
because all of us are suffering in this world. He is compassionate to all of us. That does
So
not
he's
make
still there,
him.
right?
He is still there not because of his bondage. He is still there because all of us are not going back to Godhead.
Mm. Okay, okay.
No, no, we should
Got it,
not say
got it.
that he is a mixed devotee, but in his bhakti,
Huh.
whatever Dasya Bhakti, Shantarasa, he is perfect example. And whatever bhakti the Goswamis are doing, they are perfect example in that in that mood. The mood may be
Hmm.
different, but in their own respect to bhakti, they are
Hmm.
exemplary.
Yeah, because I don't know, I'm just kind of recollecting that I've read somewhere mixed devotion. I could be wrong because always Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also discusses Prahlada's and Dhruva
Ah,
Maharaj's pastime. That
yes,
means
yes.
he has that position. But then why? I don't know why. Somewhere I
Yesterday,
read it.
suppose
So,
in one of the class it is being discussed that Dhruva Maharaj
huh?
performed 6 months tapasya only, but he get to see the Lord.
Yeah.
And others perform tapasya for millions of years, still don't get to see the Lord. Why? What is the difference? The difference is, even though
Hmm.
quality of tapasya may be same for both of them, but who is doing
Yeah.
also matters. Dhruva is only 5 years old child. No one can expect a 5 years child will do like this.
Yeah.
And no
Obviously.
one can expect a 5 year Prahlad, 5 year child can tolerate so much punishments or so much torture inflicted by their own father. The 5 year child will become
Hmm.
afraid and he will say, no, 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 no. I will say, I will do whatever you say.
Hmm. Hmm.
See, big person does something, okay, that is expected. But when a small person does, it is not expected. So small person,
Yeah.
whatever
Oh,
does 1 unit, that is equal to 1,000 units.
yes.
So
Yes.
in that way, these two attract the special attention.
Hmm. Okay, but from our perspective, Prahlad Maharaj is the purest of devotee. That's what our
Ah,
understanding should
in
be.
his
That
own rasa is a pure devotee. So we don't have to add
okay.
unnecessarily all these things.
Yeah,
Whichever
yeah.
rasa he is
That's
in
why.
that rasa is exemplary devotee. Hmm.
Mm, yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mataji.
Prabhuji, also, if when we say mixed devotion up to any about anybody's like means when we term the mixed devotion comes where the pure devotion is mixed with either jnana, karma, or yoga, like that, na Prabhuji. So
Okay.
in Prahlad Maharaj's case, we don't see any of tinges of these paths na anywhere.
Hmm.
So that is also another thing that he's a pure devotee, like
Hmm.
because we don't see any mixture of any karma or jnana or yoga in his devotion now, Prabhuji.
Ah, yes, yes.
The
Hmm.
means rasa maybe dasya rasa or
Ah.
whatever, but in any of the rasas, person can be pure devotee, na Prabhuji.
Yes, yes. In their own rasa, they are best.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hare
Okay.
Krishna, Prabhuji, is Prahlad Maharaj considered a devotee in Shantaras?
Ah, it is considered that is a devotee in Shantarasa, but is an example of Smaranam.
Yes.
Shanta or Dasya, Prabhuji?
See,
That,
in one sense, Dasya is there in everything, all
yeah,
pervading
all rasas it is
indirectly.
there.
But Shanta, because, see, he is remembering the Lord. But when you say Dasya, there should be some personal service directly.
Okay.
When
Okay,
you say
serving.
Sakya, there should be some friendly dealings. When you say
Okay.
Vasalya, they should be the parents of the Lord, or they should be like the neighbor parents of the Lord. Madhurya means
Because,
consort of the Lord. So since Prahlad is not coming any of these four higher rasas, he is considered to be Shanta rasa.
okay, because till now I had understanding that Shantarasa is only for means immovable plants and or movable like animals, means lower than the human species. Whatever other species exhibit devotion towards the Lord, that is in Shantarasa. But I was not knowing that like humans also, and like Prahlad Maharaj, such an exalted devotee, means they also can be in Shantarasa. Like.
Shanta rasa is basically is also a das, but a great devotee, but there is no direct contact in day-to-day dealings. So in that way, we call him a Shanta rasa bhakta.
Okay, okay. Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. And means you are meaning that for saying Dasya Rasa, one has to show that serving mood and propensities towards the Lord. Then,
Hanumanji,
like
why we are saying
Hanuman.
Hanumanji Dasya Bhakta? When Lord was in Kishkinda and Lanka, he was doing daily reporting and doing whatever Lord said. Lord said, go to Lanka and come back. He went and come back. Lord said, do a fight with him, fight this person. He is doing. It's like Dasya Rasa. And
Okay,
afterwards, also, when he came back to Ayodhya, he was fanning the Lord. He was always taking care of the Lord in every aspect, whatever way possible. So, in that way, it is Dasya.
okay.
Hare Krishna.
Ah, Mataji.
Also, Prabhuji, we never hear about Prahlad Maharaj worshipping the Lord's deity form or anything.
DT form is worshipping. The fifth canto we heard, na? Currently, he is
Later
doing
on.
the Hari Varsha. He is worshipping the deity of Lord Narasimha and he is offering all
No,
the prayers to the deity. The fifth
when
canto
he
prayers
was
are all
small.
offered to the deity only.
No, when he was young, we never hear about Prahlad
When he
worshipping.
was young, he was just remembering the Lord. He was just chanting the
Yes,
names of the Lord and remembering the Lord. That's all. He was
yes,
doing Smaranam mostly.
yes.
He cannot do outer openly so much also because the entire atmosphere is Asuras only. What he could do
Hmm.
outside is when he spoke to his father and when he spoke to his classmates.
Hmm.
So in that way, his Smaranam, his bhakti is always within inside him.
Yes,
So in that way.
thank you.
Afterwards, what happened? We don't have much story. So after killing Hiranyakashipu, after Prahlada was made a king, then what he did afterwards, we don't know so much. Only that time, only what all how he tortured and still he continued. Prahlada he continued as a devotee. That part is very clearly explained in the seventh canto. स तत्र हासेनमुदीक्ष्य सत्पतिम्
Satatrahasin Satpatim
हरिं सुनन्दादि अनुगे उपासितम्
Harim Sunandadyanugairupaasitam
उपेत्य भूमौ शिरसा महामना
Upetya Bhumau Shirasa Mahamana
ननाममूर्ध्ना पुलकाश्रुविक्लवः
Nanamurtna Pulakashruvishlava. When the great personality Prahlad Maharaj saw that Supreme Lord was sitting there, surrounded and worshipped by his intimate associates like Sunanda, he was overwhelmed with tears of jubilation. Approaching the Lord and falling to the ground, he offered obeisances to the Lord with his head.
When the great devotee Prahlada saw the Supreme Lord seated there, being worshipped by his intimate associates like Sunanda, Nanda, Prahlada, Rahana, So like the 14 gatekeepers, Prahlada approached the Lord and offered respect on the ground with his head. He was overwhelmed with tears and his hair stood on end. After a long time, Prahlada again seeing another form of the Lord as Vamana. He was overjoyed and offering full Dandavat Pranams. And then he offers prayers. Sri Prahläda Uvacha
श्रीप्रहराद उवाच
Tvavaiva Dattam Padamaindramurjitam
त्ववैव दत्तं पदमैन्द्रमूर्छितम्
Kritam Tadevadya Tataiva Shobhanam
हृतं तदेवाद्य तथैव शोभनम्
Manye Mahanasya Kruto hi Anugraho
मन्ये महानस्य कृतो हि अनुग्रहो
Vibramshito Yashriya Atmamohanat
विभ्रंशितो यश्रिय आत्ममोहनात्. Prahlad Maharaj said, O my Lord, it is your Lordship who gave this Bali the very great opulence of the post of heavenly king. And now today it is you who have taken it all away. I think you have acted with equal beauty in both ways. Because his exalted position as a king of heaven was putting him in the darkness of ignorance, you have done him a very merciful favor by taking away all his opulence.
So Prahlad Maharaj is offering the prayer that, My Lord, it is you who gave Bali the post of a heavenly king, and now it is you who have taken it all away. So Prahlad Maharaj, same consistent. Hiranyakashipu asked him, I am the Lord of the entire universe. By looking at me, all the devatas become afraid and their bodies tremble. And I am trying to kill you in many ways. You have been saved in all respects, and you are able to stand in front of me fearlessly and smiling face. From where you are getting the strength? Then Prahlad Maharaj says, Na kevalam me bhavatascha rajan. Not only me, even your strength is coming from the same Lord. The strength of everyone in this world is also coming from the same Lord. Even all the way up to Brahma, everyone is under his control. Same way now he's telling that, oh my dear Lord, it is you who made Bali as the king of the heaven. It is you who took away the heaven from Bali. I think this is good, since you have been merciful to him by taking away his wealth, which caused bewilderment to his mind. Actually, you are giving wealth to Bali is not at all good for him, because that caused bewilderment. You taking wealth from him, it is very good for Bali, because now it brought Bali to the reality. You making him Indra of the king, heavenly kingdom did not make him a devotee. But when you took away everything from Bali, no, Bali has become devotee. So this is your greater favor. So in that way, you did not take away from Bali what was his, but simply received again what was yours. That is a proper act. It is you who gave the heaven to Bali, and you have taken your own property. So what Bali is? Bali has nothing. So by giving it to Bali, you made Bali proud. But by taking it away from Bali, you made Bali humble and made him a great devotee. This is your greater favor. Like that is it. Then Prahlad Maharaj says, Yata hi vidvan api muhyate yatas
Yaya hi Yaya hi vidvan api muhyate yatas
tatko vichaste gatimatmano yata
tatko vichasate gatim atmano yatha
tasmai namaste jagadishwaraya vai
tasmai namaste jagad ishwaraya vai
Narayana Kila Loka Sakshine.
Narayana akhila loka sakshane. Translation. Material opulence is so bewildering that it makes even a learned, self-controlled man forget to search for the goal of self-realization. But the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, the Lord of the universe, can see everything by his will. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto him.
Prahlad Maharaj continues, bewildered by wealth, even a learned, self-controlled man, while possessing wealth, cannot see the truth about the self. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Lord of the universe, Narayana, the witness of all people. Actually, wealth is such a thing, even a intelligent and self-controlled person also becomes bewildered. So, by taking wealth away from Bali, you have done great favor to Bali. So, thank you very much. So, in that way, even a person who controls the senses in the presence of wealth cannot see the truth about the self. No one can see. You have no fault in taking back with you which you have given. My dear Lord, what you did is actually absolutely right. You are like a father who, out of affection for his child, snatches from the child a sweet he has given him, understanding it will be unhealthy for the child. For the well being of the child, you take away the sweet from the child. So you are a merciful father. So, in that way, he says. So, like this, Prahlad Maharaja offered prayers unto the Lord, saying that, my dear Lord, whatever you did is perfectly right. Then Lord Brahma wanted to speak some words. Lord Brahma wanted to acknowledge what Lord did is right, but still the Lord can release Bali. No need to keep Bali under like this. But before Brahma could utter a word, in between, Vindyävali speaks. Because Vindyävali felt little bit energy, because her family person, Prahlad Maharaj spoke, na? Then immediately Vindyävali is going to speak because grandfather spoke, now I can also speak because same family. So she felt some courage. So in that way. Sri Shuka Uvacha
श्रीशुक उवाच
Tasyanushrunvato Rajan
तस्यानुशृण्वतो राजन्
Prahradasya Kritanjale
प्रह्लादस्य कृताञ्जले
Hiranyagarbho Bhagavan
हिरण्यगर्भो भगवान्
Uvacha Madhusudanam.
उवाच मधुसूदनम्. Shukadeva Goswami continued, O King Parikshit, Lord Brahma then began to speak to the Supreme Personality of Godhead within the hearing of Prahlad Maharaj, who stood nearby with folded hands.
So now our Sukadeva Goswami speaking. O king, Lord Brahma then began to speak to the Supreme Lord within the hearing of Prahlad Maharaj, who stood nearby with folded hands. As Prahlada spoke and just gave pause, then Brahma is going to speak. Then what happened? Baddham Viksha Patim Sadvi
Baddham Vikshapatim Sadhvi
Tatpatni Bhayavivala
Tatpatni Bhayavibhalam
Pranjali Pranato Pedram
Pranjali Pranato Pedram
Bhabashe Vanmukhi Nripa.
Bhabhashe Van Mukhindripa. But Bali Maharaj's chaste wife, afraid and aggrieved at seeing her husband arrested, immediately offered obeisances to Lord Vamandev, Upendra. She folded her hands and spoke as follows.
But Bali Maharaja's chaste wife, afraid and aggrieved at seeing her husband arrested, after offering obeisances with downcast face and folded hands to Lord Vamana, spoke as follows. Just as Brahma was about to speak, Bali's wife spoke. So Brahma remained silent out of respect for her. She began speaking at this point. Seeing her husband bound She was frightened of the offense he had committed. She lowered her head out of natural shyness of a woman. So, she's actually just like Prahlad Maharaja said, whatever you did is right. She will also speak the same thing. She does not want to find fault with the Lord. So, by saying whatever you did is right, but also show some mercy to my husband, something like that. Without directly asking for some compassion to Bali, she is asking. That is the greatness of her. Sri Vindyawalir Uvacha
Shri Vrindavali Uvacha
क्रीडार्थमात्मन इदं त्रिजगत्कृतं ते
Kridarthan Atmanam Idi Jagat Kritam Te
स्वाम्यं तु तत्र कुदियो पर ईश कुर्यु
Swamai Tu Tatra Kudhiyo Paraish Kuryo
कर्तुं प्रभोस्तव किमसत्यै आवहन्ति
Kartu Prabhaso Atav Kim Asyatta Avahanti
त्यक्ता ह्रियस्त्वद् अवरोपितः कर्तुर्वादः
Tattva Hirayas Tad Tadvad Avaropita Krita Vadaha. Translation. Srimati Vindyävali said, O my Lord, you have created the entire universe for the enjoyment of your personal pastimes, but foolish, unintelligent men have claimed proprietorship for material enjoyment. Certainly, they are shameless agnostics, falsely claiming proprietorship. They think they can give charity and enjoy. In such a condition, what good can they do for you, who are the independent creator, maintainer, and annihilator of this universe?
Indirectly, she's actually chastising her husband Bali. She says, "Oh my lord, you have created the entire universe for your pastimes." Matlab, the Lord created the entire universe so that the people living in the universe can utilize the universe and objects within the universe to serve the Lord, but not for one's own enjoyment. That is the purpose for which or with which the Lord created the universe. But foolish people like my husband, who are unintelligent men, who have claimed proprietorship for their material enjoyment. But people foolishly think that, okay, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine, I am owner of this, I am king of this place, like that. That is only out of one's foolishness, and one thinks that this is meant for my enjoyment. But actually, it is meant for Lord's service. Shameless, ascending to a high position and thinking they are the doers. What can they offer to you? The creator, maintainer, and destroyer. When everything actually belongs to you, how can a person offer something from that onto you? Wow, is that not foolishness? Like that, she is actually chastising her own husband. The three worlds have been created by you. Fools like Bali claim the worlds as theirs. What can they give to you? The creator, maintainer, and destroyer. You are the creator of the universe, you are the maintainer, the destroyer. How can a person like Bali can offer something to you? Is it not audacity? So like that, she is chastising her husband only. Among the objects, sentient or insentient, which one can he claim is ease, so that he can make his promise true even by giving his body? Even Bali said that no, the possessor is greater than the possession. You have occupied the entire wealth in 2 steps and you occupy me at the 3rd step. अबे आप कौन है? So our body is also given by the Supreme Lord. Our Atma is also given by the Supreme Lord. So we have nothing to claim as if it belongs to us. So what right do we have to offer? in charity to somebody else. So that is what Vindyävali is. So by seeing this verse, we can understand what is the greatness of Vindyävali. Vindyävali is already a devotee. Bali is now becoming devotee, but Vindyävali is already a devotee. Seeing these prayers, we can understand. Since you create the three worlds and his body, has he not given up shame by desiring fame through offering you what is already yours? And he was telling that the fame is more important. I don't want criticism by devotees, this, that. He was speaking big, big words. But can't he understand that? How can he offer anything when nothing belongs to him? So, like that, now she got that opportunity because grandfather is there, na? So, with the Sahara of grandfather, Prahlad, she is speaking these words. Though suffering the great disease of pride in wealth can be cured by the mercy of a good doctor, it is very suitable to tie up an offender who has quickly ascended to a high position and suddenly falls, and who falsely identifies himself as a doer, thinking, I am the protector of the three worlds. A person like Bali, who is thinking that I am this, I am that, I am so and so and so and so, such a person will fall quickly only, like this. You suddenly came and took away everything from him, he just suddenly fall down. So this is what happens if one unnecessarily becomes puffed up, they'll fall down suddenly. Like that, Vindyävali is suggesting. So this is how Vindyävali is speaking. Any questions till now?
No, Prabhuji. Thank you.
No problem.
Now, when Vindyävali spoke like this, then Brahma begins to speak. Sri Brahmo Vacha
Shri Brahmovacha
Bhutabhavana Bhutesha
Bhutavavana Bhutesha
Deva Deva Jaganmaya
Deva Deva Jaganmaya
Munchainam Hruta Sarvasvam
Munchainam Vruta Sarvasvam
Nayam Arhati Nigraham.
Nayam Arhati Nigraham. Lord Brahma said, O well-wisher and master of all living entities, O worshipable deity of all the demigods, O all-pervading personality of Godhead. Now this man has been sufficiently punished, for you have taken everything. Now you can release him. He does not deserve to be punished more. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, we can't hear you.
Hare Krishna. After Bali Maharaja himself said, what I did is, what you have done is perfectly right. Then Prahlada said, then Vindyävali said, but just to balance the matter, now Brahma says that, my dear Lord, okay, whatever it is right, but still you should be compassionate. You are the most merciful person. Please release Bali. So in that way, Brahma is saying, O well-wisher and master of all living entities, O worshipful deity of all the devatas, O all-pervading Lord, please release this person, bereft of everything. He does not deserve to be punished more. हो गया, बहुत हो गया, जितना आपने टेस्ट करना चाहा उतना हो गया है, कम से कम अभी तो छोड़ दो उनको. Like that, Brahma is requesting. After Prahlada and Vindyävali please the Lord by spiritual statements, Brahma please the Lord by practical considerations. तभी हो गया, बहुत हो गया, आपने बहुत उनको डांटा था, बहुत पनिशमेंट दिया, कम से कम अभी तो छोड़ दो ना उनको. So like that, asking. Then he further continues, Krishna te nena dattabhyur
Krishna te nena datta bhur
loka karmarjitascha ye
loka karmarjitasya ye
niveditam cha sarvasvam
Niveditam cha sarvasvam
Atma viklavaya diya.
Atma Viklavaya Dhiyam. Bali Maharaj had already offered everything to your lordship. Without hesitation, he has offered his land, the planets, and whatever else he earned by his pious activities, including even his own body.
Bali Maharaj had offered all land and planets, whatever he has earned by his pious acts. With undisturbed mind, he has offered his body to you. Whatever Vindyävali said, whatever Prahlāda said, they are all philosophically perfect. But practically in our day-to-day practical dealings, whatever one works hard ends, that belongs to that person. We cannot deny that also practical dealings. So in spite of that, Bali earned everything. In spite of that, he offered everything to you in charity. Knowingly, he offered charity. Shukracharya already told his Vishnu in 2 steps only will take everything. He knew that you will take everything, still he offered. That means to understand his surrender. So in that way, he has offered his body also unto you. After offering entire everything, he offered his body, ready to die also. So in that way. So finally, in order to seek the compassion of the Lord, he glorifies the greatness, the merciful nature of the Supreme Lord. Now Brahma says, Yat padayorasatadi salilam pradaya
Yat padayor asthadina salilam pradayaya
durvankurayrapi vidaya satim saparyam.
durvankurarir api vidyaya satim saparayam.
Api uttamam gatimasau bhajate trilokim.
Uttamam gatim masubhajet trilokim.
Dhasvan viklavamana katamartimarchet.
Daswan aviklva mani manaha katham aratim rachate. Translation. By offering even water, newly grown grass, or flower buds at your lotus feet, those who maintain no mental duplicity can achieve the most exalted position within the spiritual world. This Bali Maharaj, without duplicity, has now offered everything in the three worlds. How can he deserve to suffer from arrest?
Hmm. He says, you say in Bhagavad Gita, Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prachati Tadaham Upahurtam Ashnami Prayatatmana. Even if a person offers Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam, you are satisfied with that person. And this person offered everything, including himself, and you bound him. What is this? What you said and what you are doing is not correct. Like that, Brahma is reminding the Lord. By offering even little water, newly grown grass, or flower buds at your lotus feet, by performing excellent worship, a sincere person attains Vaikuntha. Yat padayor asadadhi salilam padaya durvankurayrapi vidaya satim saparyam. Api uttamam gatim asau. So that such a person attains uttama gati. But this person offered three loka. That Bali Maharaja without duplicity has offered everything in the three worlds to you. How then can he deserve to suffer from arrest? Those who offer Patram Pushpam Palantoyam attains Vaikuntha, and those who offer three lokas attains arrest. What kind of dealings are these? So like that, Brahma is kind of requesting the Lord to release Bali. He is not deserving punishment is expressed by stating the opposite. He deserves much more. All men attain Vaikuntha by offering little water. Why then should Bali, by offering the three worlds, end up in distress? This is not fair, my dear Lord. Like that, Brahma is kind of trying to remind the Lord What you stated, what you are doing seems to be opposite. This is not fair. People criticize you, my dear Lord. Like that is saying. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha
श्रीभगवानुवाच
Brahmanyam Anugrahanami
ब्रह्मण्यम् अनुगृह्णामि
Tadvisho Vidunomyaham
तद्विषो विधुनोम्यहम्
Yanmadaha Purusha Stabdo
यन्मदः पुरुषास्तब्धो
Lokam Mam Chavamanyate.
लोकं मां चावमन्यते. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, My dear Lord Brahma, because of material opulence, a foolish person becomes dull-witted and mad. Thus, he has no respect for anyone within the three worlds and defies even my authority. To such person, I show special favor by first taking away all his possessions.
The Supreme Lord said, O Brahma, intoxicated by wealth, a person becomes arrogant. Thus, he has no respect for anyone within the three worlds, not even for me. To such a person, I show special favor by taking away all these possessions. When Lord Brahma said, please show compassion on him, then Lord little strongly responds. People being intoxicated by wealth becomes arrogant and he does not respect any person, then what to speak of respecting me? So in order to show special favor to such a person, I take away all wealth from that person. So externally speaking that Bali has become intoxicated by wealth and is showing no respect to anybody, and to show mercy to Bali is taking everything from him. So like that it appears, but it is not that. Even though Lord is speaking like this, Bali is not like that. That we have to, I will understand later on. How can taking away wealth be mercy? By wealth, a person becomes proud. So taking wealth away from a person is like taking the pride away from a person, taking anartha from a person. That is Lord's favor to such a person. Then Lord says, Yada yada katachit jivatma
यदा कदाचित् जीवात्मा
samsaram nijakarmabhi
संसरन् निजकर्मभिः
nana yonishu anishoyam
नानायोनिष्वनीशोऽयं
paurushim gatimavrajet.
पौरुषीं गतिमाव्रजेत्. While rotating in the cycle of birth and death, again and again in different species, because of his own fruitive activities, the dependent living entity, by good fortune, may happen to become a human being. This human birth is very rarely obtained.
While rotating in the cycle of birth and death, again and again in different species, because of his karma, the dependent living entity by good fortune may happen to become a human being. So Lord says, Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagyavan Jeev Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Bej. Before that, Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagyavan Jeev Manusya Sharir Prapti Karke. Matlab, among 84 lakh species, becoming human itself is very rare. I am not merciful to all jivas by taking away their wealth. I do not take from some and give abundantly to others. I am talking about human beings. Matlab, I don't take away wealth from each and everyone. Only I take away wealth from those people to whom I want to show mercy. And to whom you will show mercy? That is very rare. Why? How it is rare? Is explaining. Among 84 lakh species, getting human birth itself is very rare. Since my mercy is hard for people to understand and there are various types, hear about the characteristics of my mercy. Wandering about in various bodies such as worms and insects, the dependent jiva attains the human form rarely. Then what? After attaining human form, then what? Janma karma vayorupa
Janma karma tvayo rupa
Vidyaishwarya
Vidveshwaryadana
Yadi asya na bhavet tambas
Yadi asna bhavet stambha
tatrayam madanugraha.
tatrayam mad anugraha. Translation. If a human being is born in an aristocratic family or a higher status of life, if he performs wonderful activities, if he is youthful, if he has personal beauty, a good education, a good wealth, and if he is nonetheless not proud of his opulence, it is to be understood that he is especially favored by the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
A human being can become proud by some of the opulences. But if one does not become proud of, in spite of having all these opulences, such a person actually received my favor. Like that Lord is saying now. What kind of opulences? If a human being is born in a aristocratic family, if he performs wonderful activities, janma, karma, if he is youthful, vaya, if he has personal beauty, rupa, if he has education, vidya, if he has wealth, aishwarya, and if he is nonetheless not proud, dhanadibihi, yadi yasya na bhaves tamba, tatrayam madanugraha. In spite of possessing birth in a aristocratic family, performing wonderful activities, being youthful, having personal beauty, education, and wealth, still a person is not proud, still he is humble. Such a person is specially favored by me, like Yudhishthir Maharaj. If a person does not have pride, which causes destruction and insult, even on attaining good birth, etc., that is my mercy to such a person. This is a different form of mercy from the previously mentioned mercy of taking away wealth. I do not take away his wealth, since there is no harm in his possessing that wealth. Other side, if a person becomes proud, I'll take away the wealth and favor him. But if a person is humble, in spite of possessing great wealth, there is no point of removing wealth from him. He is already humble. Whether you keep wealth or remove wealth, it does not matter. Like Sudama Vipra, he was already humble. So Lord himself gave him wealth. So still he does not become proud. So in that way, for already humble person, Lord gives wealth. For a proud person, Lord takes away wealth. If Lord want to show mercy on that person.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mataji.
Prabhuji, here it is mentioned that if somebody, in spite of having the opulence, does not become proud, then that is my mercy up to that person. Means having detachment, in spite of having opulence, internally remaining detached from it, that is, Lord is saying that it is His mercy on the jiva. So
Yes.
those who are so those who are having the opulence and because they lack that kind of a mercy from the Lord, they become proud of that opulence.
Yes.
So then Lord takes away the
No,
that
that
is
too
the
not
thing.
from
Now,
everyone. That too
like
not from
what?
everyone. See, there are two ways one can obtain wealth. By one's own personal karma, one can get wealth. By Lord's mercy, also one can get wealth. By one's own personal karma, one gets wealth. There are two category of people. After getting wealth, somebody may become proud. Maine kamaya. Others may remain humble only. In spite of they work very hard, they earn a lot of money, they still remain humble. Saying that, Bhagavad Krupa. So remaining humble and saying Bhagavad Krupa means Bhagavad Krupa hai unke paas. इसलिए he could express humility.
Yes, Prabhuji, but what I'm not understanding is for those persons who are having opulence and they become proud of it. So, in one sense, what is their fault? Because they lack that kind of a mercy from the Lord to remain detached from that. So, means
No,
how?
it's not that mercy is not there. Mercy is available for everyone, but how many of us are utilizing that mercy? Somebody
didn't
may
get
utilize it, somebody may not utilize that mercy. Mercy is available for everyone. Mercy is like sunlight, it is available for everyone. See, simple na. Any person, even though we may earn very much, all these things, but who is the one who gave us that intelligence? Who is the one who gave us that good fortune? Can't we acknowledge that?
Yeah.
So those who acknowledge, they have received the mercy of the Lord.
Okay.
Those who don't acknowledge, they simply that I am self-made man, I worked hard, everything is mera mehnat, मैं इसको क्यों दूं, उसको क्यों दूं, like that one may say. That is arrogance.
Okay. Got it.
Hmm.
Thank you.
But among those people who become proud of their own wealth, few among them, Lord becomes specially favorable to them. Lord want to bring them close to him. So he takes away that wealth forcefully.
Okay. And one more thing was, Prabhuji, that all these things are being said, like Vindyävali also said, and earlier means Bali Maharaj said, and now the Lord is also saying that those who are proud, means I take away things from them. So whether Bali Maharaj had that kind of thinking or that kind of pride that he has earned everything and he's the ruler of the three worlds, because nowhere we had seen that na? So why it is being mentioned in this whole
No,
past
no,
tense?
no. Initially, in the beginning, to some extent, Bali exhibited that pride.
Okay.
Just carefully contemplate. When Dar Brahmana came, he received him, washed his feet, then he said, ask for a charity. I can give you anything. I can give you gold, land, and cows, elephants. I can give anything you want. Ask to the extent that you don't have to beg for your entire life. Something like that. Then
Okay.
Vamana said, I just need only 3 pieces of land. Then Bali felt so much insulted in one sense. I could offer you that much wealth which is sufficient for your entire life, and you are asking 3 pieces of land. You have come to the Chakravarti Samrat and asking for anything. Is that not an insult for me? I can offer you one island completely. Out of the 7 islands of the entire Bhumandala, I can offer you one entire island. I can make you the king of that entire island. And you are asking only 3 pieces of land. What is this? You are speaking intellectually, but you are asking, you don't have any practical sense. Like that Bali said. There,
Okay.
a little bit pinch of pride is there.
Subtle pride is there.
Ah,
In
that's what
showing the
Vindyävali.
charitable.
That's what Vindyävali said. People think that they are the controller, they are ruler, they could give, but they don't even understand that the entire universe belongs to you. They don't even understand that the body itself belongs to the Lord. It is given by the Lord. Even the Atma belongs to the Lord. When everything belongs to the Lord, how can we claim proprietorship and give something to somebody else?
Right, right.
Mm.
And he was knowing that means at the end he was knowing na, that he's not just the dwarf Brahmana, he's the Supreme Lord himself.
When Shukracharya revealed, then slowly, see, eventually in due course of time, his bhakti is slowly manifesting. But initially it was not manifested.
Yes.
Yes, so at
Yeah.
that time he was exhibiting little pride. So now Lord is saying that there may be n number of people proud, but among them I only show favor to few people. Among the few, Bali is one. Why Lord is showing favor to Bali? Because he's coming in the descendants in the disciples in the succession of Prahlad Maharaj. If Bali is not a descendant of Prahlad Maharaj, Lord would not have shown that mercy to him.
True, true. Yes.
It's like that. Hundreds of people can become proud, but Lord does not show mercy to everyone. He will only show mercy to someone who has some remote connection to another devotee.
Yes. Thank you.
So like that. But from the very beginning, person is humble, and whatever he gets, he acknowledges the Lord's mercy for that. Then for such a person, what is the point of taking away from him? Like Yudhishthir Maharaj, Sudama Vipra, Lord only gives bar ke dete. Because anyway they are already humble. You give or don't give, it does not make any difference for them. So like that.
Okay. Yes, thank you, Prabhu.
Further Lord continues. Manastamba nimittanam
मानस्तम्भनिमित्तानां
janmadinam samantatah
जन्मादीनां भवन्ततः
sarvashreya pratipanam
सर्वश्रेयाप्रतीपानां
hantamuhyenna matparaha.
हन्तमुय्येन मत्परः. Although aristocratic birth and other such opulences are impediments to advancement in devotional service because they are causes of false prestige and pride, these opulences never disturb a pure devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Although high birth and other qualifications are impediments because they are causes of arrogance and pride, they never disturb my devotee at all. Janma Aishwarya Sudhashribir Edamana Madapman. For people in general, they produce Mada. But for my devotees, they don't touch. Because my devotee's heart is not attracted to these material opulences, instead to my lotus feet. That's why they are protected from all such allurements. So in that way. However, my devotee is not bewildered by high birth, etc., which are causes of disrespectfulness and arrogance, a type of pride. My dedicated devotee is the special recipient of my mercy. I give wealth to devotees like Dhruva, who are distinguished from the previously mentioned persons. So Dhruva Maharaj said, Samin Krudatosmi Varamne Ache. But Lord gave him the entire world as a ruling place for him. Take everything for you. He said, I don't want anything. Lord is giving everything. So that is the way Lord blesses. Being merciful to the devotee, the Lord in the beginning takes away actions, birth or wealth, which are causes of obstacles for the devotee. He does not take away things he has given to the devotee. Lord only takes away those things which are obstacle in the spiritual progress of a devotee. Otherwise, if the things are not an obstacle to one spiritual progress, Lord will not take them away. Some say that this, however, is not a fixed rule for the Lord, who is skillful at increasing prema of his devotee. Some give the example of the Lord taking away the wealth of the Pandavas. For some time he took away the wealth of the Pandavas, at other time he gave the wealth to the Pandavas. So in both the cases, by taking away the wealth from the Pandavas, Lord increased the Pandavas' surrender to Lord Krishna. By giving wealth to the Pandavas, Lord increased Pandavas' surrender to Lord Krishna. Either way, their surrender only increased. But whichever is suitable at that time, Lord does that. So that is how we have to understand. Then somebody might say, well, let that be. But what type of mercy of yours did Bali, your devotee, receive when you took away his wealth? But in which category Bali belongs to? Is he arrogant, proud, and you took away wealth from him? Which category does he belong to? Now the asal topic is coming. Yesha danava daityanam
एष दानवदैत्यानाम्
agrani kirtivardhana
अग्रणिः कीर्तिवर्धनः
ajaysi dajayam mayam
अजयां मायां
siddhan apinamuyati.
सिद्धन्नपि न मुह्यति. Bali Maharaj has become the most famous among the demons and non-believers. For in spite of being bereft of all material opulences, he is fixed in his devotional service.
So when somebody asks Lord, which category Bali belongs to? The Lord says, famous Bali Maharaja, foremost among the demons, has already conquered unsurpassable Maya. Though in dire circumstances, he is not bewildered. Now Lord is explaining Bali. He has conquered Maya, is not disturbed. He has conquered Maya. I do not say will conquer or is conquering. He has already conquered Maya previously. What is the question of him having arrogance or disrespect caused by Maya? In order to destroy Maya, I take away wealth and power. Even bereft of wealth is not bewildered. He conquered Maya, but Maya is still there. I completely destroyed Maya. So, no problem. It is seen that people who are bewildered by wealth become greatly disturbed and bewildered the moment that disaster strikes. The people who are attached to wealth, when wealth goes away, they feel as if their life is gone. But now, here, Bali, even though everything is taken away from him, he was peaceful. Even though he was arrested, he was peaceful. So that is how we can understand that Bali already conquered Maya. If one is not conquered Maya, one becomes afraid, one becomes panicked. So like that. So this is very big. So I think we'll stop here at 28, and the other verses are big. It will take time. We'll continue. The Lord is going to speak till the end of the chapter 36 tak. So there are some other points are going to come where why. So from this point onwards, Lord is speaking about Bali. The first point is that Bali already conquered Maya. And what else he did? What are the other things that Bali did will be elaborated now in the future verses, which we will discuss in our next class. So, any questions before closing?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Hari Bol.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, one query that Vindyävali, what is her background, Prabhuji? She is a Asura, na? How is she like, speaking like a very great devotee?
Yeah, maybe she may be from Asura family also, but there is a possibility of out of thousands of Asuras, one good person can be there. So there's a great possibility. We cannot deny that possibility. So I don't exactly know Vindyavali's background, but Vindyavali, even from the beginning, she might have had sentiments toward the Supreme Lord. She previously also we saw that when when Bali Maharaj is going to give charity by offering water, we discussed the marriage thing, that washing the feet of the bride, groom, then daughter is offered through hands like that. So that time Vindyavali herself brought the water, even though normally the maid servants would bring. But this time, since it is for the Lord's service, she personally did it. So that shows she had bhakti in her heart. So before only, but we don't know what is her background, parents and all. So she may be from Asura community, may not be from Asura community also. So that possibility is also there. So in any case, she's a devotee from before also. So that way we can acknowledge her devotion, understanding.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Hare
She
Krishna Prabhuji.
she
Thank you so
understood
much. Hare
one second. She understood the complete philosophy very nicely. Even though she spoke one verse, she presented everything very nicely. So in that way. Yeah, yes, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Excellent session.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, I have one question from the previous class. Like in the 29th verse now of the previous thing, the notes, what the PDF you have sent, it is written that, O King of the Demons, you have promised to give me 3 steps of land, but I have occupied the entire universe with 2 steps. Now think about where should I put my 3rd step. That is, the Lord is saying this to Bali Maharaj. And he continues in the 30th verse, as far as the sun shines with its rays, and as far as the moon shines along with the stars, and as far as the clouds pour rain, all the land throughout the universe is in your possession. So I didn't quite understand, Prabhuji. Like he's saying in the previous verse that now I have occupied the 2 means in 2 steps I have occupied everything what you had. And in the next verse, he's saying that as far as the suns will means Ayavat Chandra Surya, like that it is said, na, that all the land throughout the universe is in your possession. So now I have taken everything, and next moment he's saying is in your possession. What it means, Prabhu?
No. See, he is just elaborating what all I have taken. First, he said that I have taken everything. What do you mean by everything? So then he says,
Everything means
no, wait. Then he says, the entire Bhuloka, Bhurloka, and Swargaloka, these are the three lokas which are brightened by sunlight and moonlight. The sunlight gives brightness throughout the day, the moonlight gives brightness throughout the night. So I have actually these three lokas are in your possession. I have occupied these three, and also I have occupied Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satulaka, even though they are not in your possessions. Now think about what you will give. That means whatever you possess, I occupied that, and whatever is not yours also I occupied that. आपको देने का क्या है? See, once we can say that whatever is yours, it is occupied. Then you can borrow from somebody else and give it. But you have nothing to borrow now. Everything I have occupied. Then think about which one you will give me a third step. It's like that.
Okay, but then why did he said in the next verse, Prabhuji, that it is means as far as the sun will shine, all this
See,
land
wait again.
will
Same thing.
be yours throughout the universe.
Wait,
Is it
Mataji,
yours?
wait. Don't worry about all the details. Bali Maharaj is only Lord for Bhuloka, Bhurloka, Swargaloka. So how do you define Bhuloka, Bhurloka, Swargaloka? One way to say directly Bhuloka, Bhurloka, Swargaloka. Other way is as long as sunlight goes, as long as the moonlight spreads. It is a poetic way of telling. So in that way.
Okay.
Mm.
So which was in your possession, now I have taken. That's what he wanted to say. Like
Yes. See, first verse he said, I have taken everything.
right.
That everything includes yours and also your neighbors. In that everything, what belongs to you is Bhuloka, Bhurloka, Swargaloka. How do you define Bhuloka, Bhurloka, Swargaloka? Bhuloka, Bhurloka, Swargaloka are those lokas in which the sunlight and moonlight spreads. But there are some lokas where sunlight, moonlight also does not spread. That also I have taken. You cannot borrow from them to give me. So like that.
Okay, understood, Prabhuji. Okay, thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you very much. We'll continue the remaining chapter next class, and also the next chapter. Next chapter will be the last chapter of Lord Vamana's pastime, and then there will be a 24th chapter which will talk about Lord Matsya's pastime. So with that, the Canto 8 will be completed. Hare Krishna.
Yes, thank you very much.
Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.